Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Good morning, Helen.
Good morning, Stephen.
So, what's the status of our advertising campaign?
It'll be a national campaign starting next week.
What style will the ads be?
I suggest that we focus on slice of life, showing how you can beat the summer heat by biting into a cool ice cream sandwich.
Sounds like a good idea. Will we have a new slogan?
Definitely.
How do you do? Nice to meet you, Diane.
How do you do, Jack? Nice to meet you.
Well, I think you've reconsidered our proposal, Diane.
Yes, you were right. After all, the quality of your air conditioners is good. The only problem is price.
I should not be surprised. Many customers have the same opinion. Do you have any suggestion in mind? Our salesman told your secretary that the price could be negotiable.
That's why I came to your office today. We think for your model $506.590 would be reasonable, because air conditioners of the same kind sold by other companies are usually about $579 to $649.
That's true. But if you understand that quality is the most important aspect of a product, you'll agree that $679 is not high, especially when we allow you a 10% discount.
I see your point. That's to say $611 each set. Still, it's much higher than the market price. Could you see your way to reduce the price, Jack?
Well, considering the quantity of your order, we could further reduce the price to $600. That's the best we can do. What do you think of that?
All right, we accept it. So $600 for each set.
Very well. Thank you.
Hi, boss. You wanted to see me?
Zena, look, I know when I hired you, I told you I'd pay you a salary. But I just can't.
Excuse me? I hope I didn't just hear what I think I just heard.
I know it's awkward, but you're going to be thanking me later. I'm going to make you rich.
You're going to make me rich by not paying me?
May I help you?
Yes, I'm here for an interview as requested.
You are Miss Liu?
That's right.
Please take a seat.
Thank you, madam.
We have received your letter and resume, and we thought we would like to ask you to come here for an interview.
It is a great pleasure for me to have this opportunity for interview.
Have you brought your credentials?
Yes, here they are. This is my ID card. This is my diploma. And this is my certificate for nurse qualifications. How is your English ability?
Not bad. I'm proficient in both written and spoken English.
English and computer skills are comparatively important to this position, especially in the starting period. What's your ability in these two fields?
I passed college English test band 6, with good skill in listening, speaking, reading, and writing. I haven't got any certificate of computer skills, because I don't think certificates are necessary if what's needed is merely operating a computer. I think practically, to know how to use a computer is more important. And I am quite familiar with Microsoft Office.
What else do you have to prove your English ability?
I took a part-time job last semester in translating and doing reception work for an exhibition. My work included hosting the visiting foreign exhibitors, communicating with them, arranging their agenda, and translating several materials. I think this activity well demonstrated my ability in English. And I will be glad to take any form of English test you arrange for me to prove my ability.
How do you deal with those who you think are difficult to work with?
I stick to my principles and keep to the rules. Sometimes, they just lack enthusiasm. When I get them involved with something constructive, some of them change their attitude later.
Yes, I see.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you have a number of questions to ask me regarding the position.
Yes, well, Miss Childs did give me an overview of the position over the phone, but there were some details I'd like to clarify.
Well, feel free to ask me anything, and I'll try to fill in the details.
Could I first ask about the remuneration package?
Yes, of course. That's quite an important point, isn't it? As a junior sub-editor, we offer a starting salary of $150,000 per annum. This doesn't include a generous housing allowance also.
I understand. And are there other bonuses included?
Well, apart from full health insurance, we do offer a company staff bonus scheme linked to readership numbers. But we could go through all the details of that at a later date.
Well, Mr. Parsons, I am flexible when it comes to salary. The opportunity to work in Hong Kong for you is the most important thing for me.
Excellent. Well, what other questions do you have, Rebecca?
Excuse me, sir. I am coming to apply for the position of accountant.
Oh, please sit down. What university did you graduate from?
I graduated from Tianjin College of Commerce.
What was your major at college?
My major was accounting.
Can you name some of the courses you completed in relation to accounting?
Sure. I took such courses as accounting principles, commercial accounting, cost accounting, industrial accounting, electronic data processing accounting, and accounting involved in foreign capital enterprises.
What kind of work are you doing now?
I'm engaged in accounting.
What are your responsibilities in your present work?
My work involves various routine bookkeeping and basic accounting tasks, including journal entries, verifying data and reconciling discrepancies, preparing detailed reports from raw data, and checking accounting documents for completeness, mathematical accuracy, and consistency.
Are you familiar with the PRC financial and tax regulations?
I think so.
Can you tell me something about this balance sheet now?
Of course. This balance sheet contains three major sections, that is, assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. So, you see, the total current liabilities of your company are $372,000, and the owner's equity is $400,000. That means that the total assets, which is equal to the sum of the creditors and the owner's equities, are $772,000.
What's the creditor's equity?
The creditor's equity is the same as liabilities.
What's that?
These drawings on the wall are process sheets.
Oh.
They describe how each process goes on to the next.
Has my package arrived?
I'm not sure. What does it look like?
It's quite a delicate piece of equipment, so I hope it was well packed. It's oblong-shaped, about 50 centimeters long. It's made of metal.
There's a large wooden crate in the corner which I haven't unpacked yet. It might be in there.
I would like to take my vacation next month.
How long did you have in mind?
I would like to take my 2 weeks vacation time.
Seeing as next month is our slow season, that should not be a problem.
Great. I will make my reservations as necessary.
Just make sure to turn in all the necessary paperwork to ensure there are no problems with the days you want to take off.
Could you do me a favor and proofread my resume before I send it out to the Human Resources Department?
Sure. Let me take a look. Personal information, education, experience, training. I think you should add another section for language. You speak 3 languages, so you might as well put that on your resume.
But languages don't have anything to do with engineering. Shouldn't everything I put on my resume have something to do with my field?
Not necessarily. I think people would be impressed by your language abilities. It says something about your level of intellect and experience. Also, I think human resources directors want to see more of a well-rounded person in a resume.
It's just a piece of paper. You think that they can tell if I am a well-rounded person by looking at it?
Well, you're right. The resume is limited in how much it can tell someone about a person. That's why job interviews are important, to let people know the real you that they can't see from a piece of paper. But resumes can be helpful in explaining things and giving a good impression to a potential employer.
Are you free next Thursday?
Yeah. Why? Is there something going on Thursday?
A bunch of us in the office are planning a retiring party for Bob. He's been with the office for ages, so everyone was really surprised to hear he took early retirement.
Bob is retiring. Wow, that's news to me. I had no idea Bob was that old. Retirement's still 65, right?
Retirement age is still 65, but I think more and more people are retiring earlier. I think Bob's in upper 50s already. He just looks pretty young.
Wow, I thought he was early 40 stops. Why would he want to retire so soon?
Well, I think you prepare it well and capture good savings. Retiring early can give you a lot more time for travel and other activities. You should get out and enjoy the life you still can't, don't you think?
Your PC is so amazing. Are you doing trade on internet?
Thank you for your compliment. I bought this PC with my first month's salary. I am getting to know the online trade.
I'm wondering if you often trade with others on the internet.
Yes, I often do business through internet now.
Oh, really? Is it a good way?
Yes, very gorgeous. Sometimes, I can deal with my business without stepping out of our house.
What advantages does it have?
Firstly, it is convenient. And secondly, it has low cost, because you know you only need to pay the fee of internet service.
I agree with you. It will cost too much when going abroad to join the exhibition.
The most important is that it is very convenient. You know you can browse the website and send emails to your customers at any time. Even you can have e-contract with your regular customers.
So cool. If we do business through other ways, it will cost a lot of time.
Sure, but every coin has 2 sides. Doing business through the internet is not as safe as doing business through traditional ways.
Will you give me some suggestion?
Of course, such as Alabama, which is a famous website.
Thank you. Maybe I will do business through internet in the future.
Okay. So now the last point on our agenda. Jill, let's go over the profit and loss statement.
Great. Well, the main issue here, as you can see, is that our expenses are through the roof.
Let's see, these numbers are off the charts. What's going on here?
Well, sir, the company expenditures on entertainment and travel are out of control. Look at these bills, for example. Just this month we've paid over $20,000 for hotel charges.
Okay, thank you. I'll look into it.
The list goes on and on. Here, this is a bill for $5,000 for spa treatments.
Thank you. That will be all. I'll take care of it.
Look at this one, sir. $8,000 were spent in one night at a place called Wild Things.
Okay, I get it. Exclamation mark. Thank you for your very thorough analysis.
Oh, this is Monica.
Okay, commodity inspection is really an important part of our trade contract.
Yes. Let's first define the inspection right.
Following the rules of world business, the exporters have the right to inspect the goods before the delivery, while the importers have the right to re-inspect the goods after their arrival.
Would you tell me how the inspection is conducted before shipment and by which agency?
Inspection is to be done by the China Commodity Inspection and Testing Bureau. Usually inspection is conducted within 5 days before each shipment.
And can you tell me about the re-inspection?
Yes, the re-inspection should be made within 7 days upon the arrival, and if any discrepancy is found, the claim must be raised within 1 month.
I see. How do they make testing and analysis of this item?
They always use the standard and method laid down in the contract.
What if the results from the two inspections do not coincide with each other?
A seminar of technical specialists including the surveyors from both sides will be held to clarify which result is correct.
Okay, Rebecca. Now you've given me a good idea of your work and academic background, but what about you as a person? How would you describe your key strengths?
Well, Mr. Parsons, as I mentioned before, I'm someone who needs new challenges. I'm really focused and hardworking. I think my academic results prove this.
Yes, true, but how about other personal qualities?
Well, I believe I'm a good team player, but I can also work well independently. I'm very enthusiastic and, well, I hope my colleagues would agree, I'm fun to work with.
What would you say is your most positive quality?
That's a tough question. But I would have to say my passion. I'm really passionate about journalism and passionate about my career.
What a busy week.
Really, I've never seen so much work.
Right. How are you going to spend your weekend?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Would you like to play some tennis with me before going home?
I'm not good at sports. I have never played tennis, and I know I would be terrible.
You should try it. It's a great game. Come on. Let me help you. I'm a good player, and a good teacher, too. What do you say?
Okay, but don't say I didn't warn you.
That was a pretty good shot, Mary.
Thanks. This is fun.
Let me help you with your serve.
No one has ever tried to show me how to play a sport before. Maybe I should learn to do something.
Of course, you can. All you need is a little help and a lot of practice.
Do you really think I can be a good player?
Well, maybe not a Michael Jong, but better than the average person. Would you like to play again Wednesday?
Yes, This has been fun.
Are you ready for the meeting?
Yes, come on in. How's your new job going?
It's challenging, but I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
That's great. I knew you'd do a good job as a manager.
Thanks a lot.
How's your assistant manager getting on?
Well, that's part of the problem. His probation period is up tomorrow and I don't think he's ready to pass.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, he was supposed to be able to learn his job in 30 days, but he just doesn't seem to know what he's doing.
If you gave him another 30 days, do you think he could figure it out by then?
To be honest, he has no authority. He's a hard worker, but no one listens to him.
I see. Not everyone is cut out to work in management.
I know. It'd be great if we could transfer him to a department where he doesn't have to work with people.
There's an opening in the creative design department. It involves working with computers.
That's perfect. I'll let him know tomorrow. Thanks.
Francis, what's that?
Well, that is the chart showing our company's organizational structure.
Could you tell me something about it?
Okay, on the top, Mr. Thomas, the managing director, is responsible for running the company.
How many departments do we have?
4. They are production department, finance department, sales and marketing department and HR department. I directly report to Mr. White. He is on a business trip and is supposed to be back this morning. Probably you will be meeting him at lunch.
Okay, who should I report to?
Mr. White, too.
Is the view going to be okay?
Don't worry. You did a good job and it should be fine.
I'll do my best.
That's the way to go.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.